Let's make it happen, Cap.
About that bottom line, baby.
Oh, 07, we're back. It's Friday. Yes, indeed. Thank God it's Friday, citizen. TGIF, citizen. 1 second. Yo, Twix, what's up? How are you, sir? 432 live. Yes, live, no jive. We're here, we're rocking. 432, stay alive. What's going on, Twix? Yes, it does. Thank you, thank you, Twix. Thank you. 07, how is it going today, sir? TGIF Friday, citizen, yeah. Jazz hands. Let's rock this live. Dude, I want some green armor, man. What are you up to? What are your plans? What's happening? Captain. What's happening, Captain?
A damn dirty K. User error.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
A damn dirty K.
Man, that's some bull.
Come on, man.
All right. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Bum. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and procure some of these here. Finally, holy smokes, dude! Freaking finally! Boom, boom. That's 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Is that more? Oh crap. Mo has package, man. All but 4 I'll put on the elevator. Store them away. That's my procedure. Waiting on that roster. Yeah, I need to go after some green armor. But I also need to try and test the new salvage, right, Twix? It's apparently they've added refining to it. We need to refine now. Purity of metals. I think I got some ideas for to keep the Vulcan and the Crucible relevant with all this crafting stuff. I think when it comes to the Crucible and the Vulcan, they should be tier 1 in regards of meshing and refining and blending of metals. They should be tier 1. Tier 0, what is it? Tier 1? Yeah. Similar to what you think of med beds. Tier 1 is the highest capability, equivalent to hospital recovery. So yeah, I think it should be given honor to the backers who have the Crucible and the Vulcan. Then those should be the tier 1 aspects of repair. And then again, with the Vulcan, bring it to tier 2. Have the Crucible tier 1, the ultimate. And if there's a larger size yet to come, or maybe an RSI repair ship, again, another tier 1. Maybe a capital ship level repair type of ship. It's endless. Yes, you are. No, you're not. But you are, though. Sorry, not sorry. Wah, wah. All right, let's go ahead and tuck those in. Tuck them in, tuck them in. Get them in down in the bin. Yes. No, you're not. You are. Sorry, not sorry. Oh my God. What is... Are you hearing that in your audio, Kimmy? Are you? Or are you just trolling us? Get that mess out of that mic now. Like, did he just embarrass me on stream about my sad sack of mic noise? He did. Oh. Fix it now. Fix it now. Ooh, fix it. Fix it now. It's like, oh snap. Audio is a beast, man. It's a freaking beast. You have people like, man, please. What? All right, so let's get down. Let's get down. Let's get down. Change these out. Helix. Try that Pontes. What's the Starburn? Oh, I like that Atlas. Is it Quantum Drive Atlas? Charge window. Let's see. Riser. Torrent. Look at that med gel, that expensive ass med gel right there. Holding on to it. Ooh wee. Let's see, categories. Power plants, mining. Let's see what it says for mining. Okay, that's all things mining. Holy smokes. XTR Excel. Optimal charge window. I'm digging that, man. XTR. Yeah, bring it on over. Captain Stogie, we are doing okay, sir. How are you? How's the missus? How's everybody? 432 live, man. No, the mole. Selling of what, Twix? At unit selling period? Wow, selling period. Anything. Ooh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they gotta Yeah, they gotta stitch things back together. They'll have to stitch things back together. Man, Sig. All good. All good. Mining laser power 125 and wait a minute, hold on. Oh, that's the Stampede. I need consistency. I'll stick with the riser. C3. Optimal charge rate. Mining laser power is up. Alright, bring these boys up. I'll just set things up for now. Oh yeah. Anything dealing with blood pressure, low to no. Right now, I would say no salts ever. Add some fresh beets in a smoothie with the berries. Keeps blood pressure down naturally. No side effects from the synthetics. If you can find a way to get some beets in a smoothie with blueberries and you know, veggies, and you're doing a great thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna tuck the mold.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm looking for some loot then. If nothing is selling, I may as well be going for the loot. I have yet to meet the Mr. Urmindi as well. Let's see while I'm here. Let us go into Moby. Let's look at some vehicles. The mining vehicle. Let's look at MISC. Really freaking excited to know Delamar and Levski. Specifically, Delamar and Levski is coming next month. Steve. Yeah, they're coming next month. Helix gives me 2. Pontes. What is that other one? I'm gonna equip that. I'll go with the Helix. Riser 3. Save. I think this is the Brant. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's call up. Oh, this is the, I think there won't be much from the last, or the legacy version of Levski. Some things might be familiar, but it is totally redone for sure. And that's the Grand Barter market. I'm expecting it to be really optimized. But then they're creating their version of the lower depths, the utilities section down there. turlet work, man. Got to do some turlet work. Clean the turlet pipes. plumbers, space plumbers. Be some freaking. Oh, I hope they don't have those effects of the sewage, dirt. Now with they're drumming up a reason that you have to shower in your ship. Shower in your ship. Hopefully this is the right one.
Your vehicle has
We'll
been
see.
delivered to the following location.
3 systems, yeah. And it goes to tell you, it goes to show you what's possible once they get next year going for what is it? Nyx, the system. Gas giant and 2 planets, a toxic one and a habitable one in the gas giant. And then do you right away, come back with a Castra release? So you have 4 systems? I would say yes, because it's on that path to 1.1, 1.0, path to 1.0. Yeah, it's a damn good day to be a Star Citizen. Damn good day. Okay, I think I have the modules on. Or don't I? Yeah. There she is. There she is, hiding. Hiding from me. Hiding. Oh, I want to change that freaking Atlas. I want the jump drive. But the thing is, the Nyx system is going to allow us to really have a very different dynamic. Whereas, you're constantly having a swivel head with pyro. Is it hostile or not? It can change at any given time. Whereas the constant with what's to come with Nyx, it's like gather your resources and get the hell out of there, or get to the safety of the station, because you're going to be faced with having to deal with not just piracy, and I include pirates also having to deal with the Vandal. And I think they're going to come ready for the fight. Like they said, it's like one of those Arena Commander narratives of the waves keep coming. So it points to the player saying, okay, at some point, let's hope that the player counts will go up. And if we see that it is the case, now it's more about risk reward when you're talking about not having security forces there within your org or your operation. Shame on you. And it's on you. No whining, no crying. Either you can get in and scoop it and go and get away, or you're going to get caught with the pants down because you didn't prepare. It's on you. So what does that mean? You're going to incorporate all contingencies, as many as you can, with how you do your operations, man. It's simple. It's plain and simple, dude. You have to be prepared. It took a minute for it to store. Still not finished yet. It's in use. Okay, why did my prospector lock? Why is it locking me out? We'll find out. Okay, it took a minute to store. It stored it finally. Yeah, I can tell. There it is. Helix. Have the sub components on. I want to go to system, the Goliath quantum drive. See, grade C. Hell with that. Okay, it's equipped. Let's see the power plant. Trommel is what? Oh, damn, grade D? Ooh. I'm going Starburn, man. Why not? Pump that thing up. Bump it up, bump it up, bump it up. Shield generator. What am I using? Bulwark. Bulwark. Grade C, man. Pump that jam. Industrial. I can bump it up with a C for military. There's 5 available. Damn, not civilian. That's in use. These are in use, but they're all in use, man. Shield generator. Gotta bump that thing up, man. I gotta improve there. All right, so let's go ahead and increase that capacity, shall we?
Welcome to the ASOC.
Oh man,
Friday.
Friday. Oh boy. All right. Hope this is it. I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna look again. Prospector 1. It's Prospector 1. That's what it is. That's what it is. See, I would have chose the wrong one. Then had to send it back to the elevator.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Come on, let's go. Prospector 1.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
All right. I gotta have it, man. How do I get it? Come on, let's go. I need it. I need it in my wardrobe, dude. Stop teasing me like that. So wrong. You never talked about the John Crew Ben Curtis experience in DC, Twix. What happened, man? What actually happened? What the frick happened? Man, did they talk? Really? Got big news. Okay, is it private? Okay, we need to. Now I want to stop the stream. I'll stop the stream for that. I'm sorry, y'all, but not sorry. Man, I mean, come on. But I think, you know, they're holding up, rightfully so, base building. You need the freaking ships, man. I mean, I didn't understand why a lot of people were, not a lot, I'm not going to say a number. I'll say some people were disappointed in base building.
Son,
07 for the follow.
Wow effect.
Yes, sir. Who is this? Space Ginger 07. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Space Ginger 95. Hey, how is it going? It's going, Space Ginger. How do you how long you been backing Space Ginger? Have you been backing Star Citizen? If you haven't, shame on you. Shame on you.
Systems off.
No, I wouldn't say that, but no, shame on you though. Bender, what's up?
Hello. How can Miss help you today?
It's Friday. Port is unlocked. 2014. Ooh, you're almost an OG. OG, you're almost an OG. Holy smokes. So what are you? Very damn close. 2014 was a good year. Oh my gosh. So what actually got you into the game, Ginger? What convinced you it was like this was legit? When did you have that moment of, all right, I'm gonna put some money into this? And what was your first ship? I'm asking too many questions all at once too. Your moment of when you knew it was time to join, and then what was your ship you joined with? And I know you probably still don't have it. If you do, you're probably like me. Sorta. Well, I didn't keep all of the ships. I started with 2 ships actually, but I kept the it was the Constellation Andromeda, and it was the Aurora LN. I knew it's what? Are you serious, Twitch? Are you? I coincide. Anything over 10 years is an OG. Oh, you were about that man, Ginger. I see now.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
You were a trucker. You were about that space truck life. I get that. And the max was an improvement on the freelancer itself. So it's like you're getting the freelancer, but you're maxing it on the value and the not so much the quality. Well, we're not talking about the devs and the bugs they're working with. I'm talking about the lore and the manufacturer itself. But yeah, you maxed it up. Oh, Space Ginger, you're about that cargo, aren't you? Oh my gosh, hold on now. Now, Ginger, I know you are freaking going nuts over the fact that we're about to get the Nixus, well, not the system, but Levski and Delamar location, but it's going to open up cargo running, which is the closest thing to virtual trucking in game. Oh my gosh, Ginger. So, okay, do you have the Caterpillar? So I know you graduated. I'll be shocked if you only have 1 ship and you stuck with that 1 ship. I would be totally shocked. 2014 and 1 ship, nah, it doesn't fit the MO. But it would be rare. And you're spending, you making money? Oh, you buying the hell out of ships. You're buying the hell out of ships. And that's in the game. Oh, you buying ships with. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm not shocked. Not shocked. And counting. And counting. And counting. But my gosh. What ships do you feel like it would be your next venture into moving cargo? Now, that could be your thing. I don't know. You probably say, I like FPS. I don't know. But if you do that in real life, I would imagine that the cargo running is your thing. It's your jam. And if you say no, I'm like, what? Okay. I'd be shocked. But yeah, the freelance max tells me you like to operate in a way where you have the control. You're not lumbering around. You can get in, get out. You can protect yourself to a good extent, but your runs will be substantially of value because it has that 120 cargo capacity. I'm actually moving more to vehicle transport, not cargo. So what is that anvil ship? It's that transport ship, There's the A1s, C1s. So that's very specific though. But I would say when it comes down to making a profit, you still going to end up running cargo. But so it sounds like you're connected with a military force or org, or you're providing service to them to move their ships around. That's what it sounds like. Which is it's a high level version of cargo, basically. And getting it there on time and safely, 100%. That could be an interesting dynamic too. And eventually it looks like they're going to open up the Vandal space at some point. I think beyond 1.0, where you can venture in and really get risky. Oh, the cargo. Okay, so that's going to change with Levski and the intergalactic. They mentioned the intergalactic cargo running. They mentioned that too. So yeah, you're at the moment. So basically, you're waiting until it pans out.
Systems off.
You're waiting for it to pan out. Yeah. I think, you know, we kind of understand now that, yeah, you look at the progression, you look at the development, and you respect what they do, right? And you have to understand there's a process in place of how they have to deliver things. And if we get too focused in on what they're doing or what we on things of what we want, we kind of lose the message of what they're trying to do. We kind of get in our own way, and then we kind of struggle with, well, I'm feeling this sort of way about the project. But my thoughts, I think I was there for some time about that too. Having these thoughts translate into feelings about what I would want, where it needs to go, and then it just brings on disappointment in itself. I think with the immense amount of features that they're putting in, I can confess I have not played all of those features, right? And those updates within those updates. So I've learned to say I'll eventually see something I really like. Oh, salvage is king. Or queen. Yeah, salvage is it's progressing well. It's going to rival, if not eclipse, mining. It has a lot of growth. It has a lot of ships that could provide more support in those narratives of mining and salvage. So I think you're onto something, and it alludes to there's a lot of things in Star Citizen to be happy about, as opposed to I'm fixated on a couple of things and it just turns the whole thing into sour lemons for me because I'm not able to dive into what I want to see or play. But they're getting to a point, they're moving towards getting a foundational piece of the game in, and from there it's going to branch out and build out unto itself and really expand forward on, hey, now the thing that I've been looking for, it's on track, it's on the development path. And to some extent, I think one of the better things about the process that we're seeing, and which is rare when you compare it to other AAA games, Quad A games, that's a new thing now, Quad A, You get an opportunity to bring in objective feedback, but at the same time, you also understand that they are able to reiterate or upgrade. Case in point, what was dubbed as Planetary Tech 5, what we're looking at is Planetary Tech 4. It's all right. It's nice. But we're seeing their processes of constantly changing in a way, changing to upgrade or to make better of what exists or what's existing, right? As well as bringing new things to the table with this game. That's what makes it one of those types of games you can't look away. Exactly. I had all cargo ships, but I'm starting to branch out with salvage, gunships, drop ships. Okay, you're getting a little bit of that taste of that FPS and looting. That says looting, salvaging. Well, no, I didn't want to say salvaging, crafting, because when you they're alluding to. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Let me stop. Let me stop. The drop ship stuff, the gunships, the escorts, providing being a security force for someone potentially with your big guns and fighting, and it's the exciting part of it. But you're able to loot these, which will in the near future, you're gonna loot these blueprints where you can craft. I know, man. I can't help myself. I didn't tell you that when you saw John Crew and Ben Curtis. I want to talk about Rock DS, the Rock Mighty. I got to talk to him now. I would have died laughing watching you Twix get to the front of the line. Get the hell out of the way. I got some important stuff to talk to them about. Hand mining. Y'all don't even do no hand mining. Yeah, I got to have to say something. And be like, slow down, young man. What is your name again? I'm your biggest fan. I'm Twix. I'm Twix by design. And I love rock mining. I'm the only one to do it. I would love to see that. No, with my damn galaxy. Wait a minute, you got a galaxy? I'm pissed now. I'm pissed. No, I'm 8 now. I need those rocks. John and Ben, what is your next iteration of rock mining? As I've divulged the whole aspect of the gameplay, what is it that I will know and need to understand in regards to rocks, and how are you going to wow me now that I know every aspect of rock mining? He'll be like, what? Get him out of here. Had too much damn stuff to drink. Said, no, damn it, I'm about my rocks.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
About my rocks, man. About my rocks. I love my rocks. I feel you, man. It's about that passion. Passion is not to be trifled with. When you talk about Star Citizen, man, it's like, holy smokes. What's funny, people say, you know, these who stick to this negativity about Star Citizen, and it's weird because if it was so bad for them, they would literally go to another game. Oh wow, that is cool. Those two are variants. Let me tell you, Space Ginger, I was at the 2018 CitCon, and let me tell you, they talked about the Valkyrie. It was a big thing. What is not Valkyrie. It was the Kraken. It was like people were going nuts, and when they revealed it, they went crazy. But it was a concept, which I think now they're saying they're getting away from just concepts. They advertise it, it's flyable. With that said, the Valkyrie was the very first ship that was concept and flight ready at the same time. And when that thing was Oh, that's your in ship? Okay. When they released that Valkyrie and said it was flight ready, and the audience was dark in there. It was freaking dark in there. Cell phones lit up so brightly, it was crazy. And I saw the price. I said, ooh, that's a little rich for me. But people went on their phones immediately to buy the Valkyrie. They went nuts when they realized it was flight ready. I think if they could really do that going forward and stick to that. Oh, Blackwater Goat 07. What's going on? I think it would be really, really a good thing. It's a good thing by doing that. I think sales will remain strong. Player interactions will be very strong because they get to test the ship out right away, play it in game. So I think going forward, that is a great thing for them to do. It's a really good thing for them. I'm going to pull the Vulture.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to a storage facility.
Okay, 8 minutes. Let me go ahead and get me some ammo, Momo. Okay, you were deciding between the Redeemer and the Valkyrie. Is that the Nutcracker, the Redeemer? Let me look up a Redeemer. I think it is. That's what John Crew called it, the Nutcracker. Let me take a look. Matter of fact, it's funny that came up. Oh, Star Wiki. It's the wrong one. Star Citizen Wiki. Yeah, Retaliator would be the other one, the classic one. Valkyrie, Redeemer. Let me look at the Redeemer. The moniker with the Redeemer was it punches above its weight, right? Let me look at this. Aegis. Yeah, that's the one that won the contest, the next great starship. I think it was in 2016, I believe. And speaking of which, I finally met Elwin Bachelor III. He was the only one person working. It was a group of 3 in that team. Each team, it was 3 members. And he was the only solo person. And I think he busted his ass, but I think he came in 2nd place, but he didn't win. And I mentioned that to him. I said, you really worked hard, man. You were a solo developer whereas it was a team of 3 doing this. Shout out to that. But man, you really won by actually getting a job at CIG. They could not walk away from that talent that he has. And when I saw him, man, he lost a lot of weight. He looked really good. And I almost did not recognize him. I had to look. I had to do a double take. And I said, wait a minute. I said, Elwin. He jumped. He said, this guy's crazy right here. I said, no, man, I want to let you know. I've been watching you over the years. And hell of a job. I remember you from the Next Greatest Starship, and you were a one-man show. And you held your own, even though you didn't win. You didn't win the contest. You came close, but the winning part of it was the fact that they hired you on as a developer at CIG. So good for you, man. Appreciate your work. Keep up the awesome. Keep up the great work. But yeah, I think he may be in the Austin area. I think at one point he was in LA, and I think he made the move to go to one of the studios to work. But he was definitely in Austin. So that was really cool, man. Saw the OG of ship makers, Chris Smith. He was just casually walking around. I gave him love. I said, I didn't take any pictures. I respected their privacy, you know. But I said, you are the OG of ship making, Chris. He knew who I was. We met before. Had to hug him up, man. Had to hug him up. He's an awesome guy, man. He didn't even age a bit. I'm like, whoa. He said, yep, he's happy where he's at, and he's, you know, he enjoys what he does, and it was with the most sincerity. And it's like, man, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Keep up the good work. He casually walked around. We were in the venue. He walked around, and it was cool. I don't think this has a, let me go to gallery. This is Galleria. Let me get some, I don't think there's any weapons here. But, oh, you know why I'm getting stutters? I cleared out my cache for my game. It's going to speed up. Eventually, it's going to catch up. Check my crime stat. Not gonna lie, I would have rather have had his ship. Sea Stallion Halo with Crawdad Pinchers. Yeah, John Crew kept calling it the Nutcracker. Guns are on the second floor in Castor. Okay, nice. Guns, guns, guns. Guns, guns, guns. Why is the star map betraying me here? Oh, there it is. Is ship weapons or... So I looked here. Okay, is it here you're talking about? Ship weapons? No worries. Let's go there. To your left. Okay. Over left. Those are ship weapons. Yeah, I think I went to the... You're talking about right here. Yeah, I thought the category... Let's see. Vehicle weapons, guns. Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna get some ammo for my FS9. I'm leaning towards going into some missions and getting some loot, some green armor. I gotta have that green armor. Trick it out. Trick my armor out. Okay, let me follow this path. Let's see. Finish it out. I would have thought it would have cleared out. It's strange that there's no weapons at this station or ammo. Yeah, it's L2. Mean Green Mining Machine, yeah. Jump over to L1. Get me some ammo. But man, the Genesis Tech, which is now the official name for Planetary Tech 5, it's official. Holy smokes, y'all. Come on now. They're not playing games. Everyone's afraid. They're like, oh my gosh, I need to get a new computer now. Just hold tight. Just see what happens. But 07 February, it seems like it's optimized. I think they're going to do their best to optimize. I don't really see or can foretell that it's going to bog down the system or your system, the new Genesis tech. I don't see that being the case. So should be pretty good. I'm excited though, with what they're doing and how things are working out. It's just we may not have it now, but just hold tight. Just hold tight. I couldn't believe it. There was like next month, Levski, the landing zone, and the Delamar asteroid core. We will have it. Personal weapons. Here we go. Nope, that's the utilitized stuff. Alright, I am going to yeah, I'm gonna make a move over there. I'm gonna see if I can decipher what the new changes are with salvage. Little risk and reward. But yeah, that'll hold us for a bit. The Knicks update or the release of Delamar and Levski, that's gonna hold us for a minute. Oh, that would be nice, Blackwater Gold. That would fit the Golem if they would do that. Golem and Ghoulish Green are synonymous together. The Ghoulish Green Golem. The Green Golem. Oh, that's a ship name right there. The Green Golem. Oh, that's all day right there. That's a gimme right there. Name it Green Golem. You know I would almost said that, right? Green Golem. The Green Golem. Yeah, that is a cool ring. Probably gonna see Green Golem 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 16. Oh shoot. Yes, they follow the success of mining now, and they're putting a little grind on it, right? No pun intended. Let's see. I went and bought this skin for the cutter. I believe exploration claim is stored at 28. Let me see if I can instantly claim it.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
I'll pay to expedite it just to show it off. I love that type of paint or skin.
Your insurance claim. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
I'm gonna show it off.
Has been delivered to the following location.
I want this with the Vulture too. It's like that Meridian skin. Well, Space Ginger, no, it's no issue because next month is IAE. Everything sells in IAE. Next month, all ships. Invictus is based on military. Look at that. That metallic, like, look at that. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet right there. And it gets wear and tear on it. It's, oh man, oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that bare metal, man. Pedal to that metal. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, this was a great seller. This They hit magic. When this ship came out, they hit magic. Probably to get you ready to buy at IAE for sure. So when it comes, you're gonna buy something for sure, Space Ginger. We know this. CIG knows this now. You're gonna buy. You're gonna like if one thing you're gonna get is that if there's one thing you get at IAE, that guarantees it. It brings up demand. I probably do the same thing too. And then you add that to something else, like maybe an ironclad, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm losing my mind like the rest of the Star Citizen in here. But they're moving away from ship sales. I don't know. I think it'll always be a thing as long as they have ideas. It's always going to be a thing.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following place.
Oh yeah, it's going to happen. You're going to see the do you have the Space Ninja? Do you have the Kraken? Do you have that ship? Because this, you know, obviously you know that it's in active development. And if you didn't know, I would be shocked. But it's in active development. And what I like about the Kraken is you get to do a lot of things in that ship. Functional things. Oh, you have it in your buyback? How's that going to play out? So that means when it's released, I think it's probably very close to next year. We could probably see it. And people are skeptical about the Kraken. They're like, it's this kind of protect my feelings type of thing. Like, I want to protect myself from being disappointed. But I think they may have a shot to release it next year. Well, a perfect scenario would be to release the Kraken with the release of Squadron 42. But I'm speaking sacrilege here because it's like we tend to get in our feelings when it comes to expectations. Larger, I can tell you right now, Twix, that would be a larger salvage ship with a good amount of hauling salvage, and you can probably refine on that ship as well. Take my money. Right there. You have a refinery on that salvage ship, and you have a capacity to pull in salvage material. It's not the reclaimer, but something a little more agile, has a little more weaponry to it, or defensive measures, or heavier shields. Yeah, you spend that money.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
I'm a stickler for that LTI, man. I don't know what it is. I gotta have it. If it's a ship I really want, I gotta have that LTI. I gotta have it. I can see it next year. I would be using my Kraken as a ferry between Stanton, Nix, and Pyro. Yeah, or transport, because oh my gosh. Space Ginger, that day of 2018 in Austin, we saw a model of the Drake Kraken. It was upstairs, and unbelievable work that they did. Okay, nothing over 1K. I can believe that. I can believe you, Twix. I'm just saying, you know, a salvage ship, a medium-sized salvage ship. I hear that's the rumor that we're going to get one. Damn, that just had the illusion that was going to hit the ceiling. I mean, like, if it ain't LTI, not me. Exactly, Blackwater Gold. I gotta have that LTI, man. I don't think it's a status thing. I think it's a thing of assurance. You know, no matter what, piracy, hell, piracy, damage, PvE, you got your ship no matter what. No headaches, no working for it, no grind for it, or a major patch comes and they have to do a wipe. Like, nah, I don't need that drama. Where's my ship? Every patch, where's my ship? There they go. And hopefully they'll lock in the skins at some point. I turned easy mode off. What's easy mode? Am I in easy mode? Oh, speaking. How do you know I'm in easy mode? Oh, you talking about decoupled? that's the new name for it. Decoupled. Is that what you're talking about, Twix? Decoupled? I can't turn it off. It's locked for some reason. I think it's bugged. But that's good that you're flying in decoupled. That's really damn good, man. That's what the PvPers do. Maybe I have to turn it off here. Decoupled mode. Look. Okay, here we go. I have my advanced HUDs up. I've locked those in. Yeah, it looks like it's locked in now. Yeah, something's wrong. It's not. Things like ship insurance means nothing to those hardcore players. Also decouple mode all the way. Oh wow, this is a new Twix right here. Who are you, sir? He went from rocks to just all things Star Citizen. I love it. Love it. And that what does that say? What did that say to you all? That just play what they have and enjoy the journey, because you're gonna end up realizing as there's more to the game, there's more to what you become and more to what you do in the game. Because at one point it was just all about, with Twix, it was just rock hand mining. Don't get it twisted. That's his first love, but it's like there's other aspects and other means and other ways.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
Yeah, it's locked. This is a bug, Twix. Let me, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if it's my bindings could have, what if they are lost? Let me look at flight mode. See, this is another thing. We get caught up into, hey, I'm not playing it for this reason. I'm mad. There's so many things you have to make sure. Okay, look at that. You see that? There it is. See? You have to understand what's going on with this game, or you're gonna, if you stay away for too long, people in the mission looking at you sideways, side-eyed, because you're asking them, hey, how do I do? Wait a minute, before we go into that cave, what do we do? Wait a minute, what's the button for this? They're like, bruh. See there, see, there it is. You have to be in tune to what's going on with the game, because they're always reiterating, they're always progressing the game. So yeah, don't get caught up in one thing and because it's what you want. There's a lot of things to learn, and it's getting to the point where things are going to start to really shift, in the sense of it's going to be damn hard to keep up with things. And this is why this community is so important to this game. Kind of looking at as though there are going to be so many cargo people, so I'm looking at specializing. Space Ginger, look at it like this. Okay, I want to share my philosophy and my outlook on Star Citizen, and I'm sharing this because I want to share it with you so you can take it into account of possibly you looking at it the same way, or at least respecting the way I see it, right? With this game, we tend to look at it in an absolute way. What I say to that is, this thing is, even though some will say, you know, it's moving slow or too slow for me, right? Nonetheless, it's moving. And so when we have an opinion, it's just for that moment. It's in that state of time. It's a Polaroid shot, and it captures that time frame of that moment. So with that said, I would look at your statement, not to say it's wrong, right? Because, yeah, Nix will start to bring in a lot of people running cargo and doing those intergalactic cargo missions. So it saturates it, right? It will saturate. But long term, this is where it starts to kind of move away from that one constant. When we start looking at the number of systems they will strategically add into the game through the use of the procedural generation of Genesis, 10-15 systems in, right? That's not out of the question. 10 to 15 systems established, all of a sudden it's not enough people to make those runs, right? So now you're looking at, hey, I better get back into the game with cargo running. And here's the other part. These footprints, these locations, these points of interest will spread out so far, right? And then it's at a point where, potentially speaking, the players will also be driving the narrative of where you're going to deliver goods. Because once we get, can you imagine when we get 20 systems in, 15 to 20 systems in, and you have aspects of crafting and materials, you're not going to just be going through the missions. You're going to actually you'll probably be delivering goods and cargo goods, refined cargo supplies, resources to huge orgs at their location where they live, on their base. And the other caveat to that is, potentially you'll be making the run and you'll have their escorts escort you there, right? So it's just to say, wow, okay, that's potential, that's a possibility. And see, what I love about it is CIG will see that and probably use gameplay around that, because we're constantly building up player volumes, instances, and getting better and better and better and better. So yeah, you're right for right now, but it makes you want to think about, well, what's going to happen in the future, because they're going to build stuff around these things to, enhance it and make it foundational and fun. The potential's there. I know 4.3.2 just dropped, but when do you think they will start testing 4.4? When you say they, you mean us, Finra, or you mean CIG? You definitely mean, when will it drop? As early as a tech preview, right? So I would say this is the 17th, right? October 17th, and they said next month. You have 2 weeks, Finra, and it's the end of October. I give them one more week, Finra, to actually line things up. They're getting it ready, but I give them one more week to start thinking about and having those conversations of, okay, how close are we of setting it up in tech preview? Or it might even go to the PTU first. Yeah, it's got to go to tech preview, PTU, just to see. But I think it'll be sooner. It's going to be around that time. I think by November, they should have it ready to go, or we should be playing it. A lot of us should be playing it by November. No doubt about it. Because you're getting just the landing zone, and it's in space, right? So think of it as Arc L1, Arc L2, but a bigger version of it. How hard could that be? Right? So yeah, it's a fast track of it coming to us, and it could very well be live by the second week of November, which will then set them up for IE. It would be great for IEE, you know, have it ready by IEE. You have that locked down, and then people jumping in the game to buy new ships. So you don't want the two to conflict with each other. One needs to be live, and I would say Nyx, or should I say Delamar and Levski. Nyx is the system, so no. What is that jump point gonna look like? But at some point, we may have conversations from Benoit Beausejour regarding dynamic server meshing. You know, because that's what's holding up the Nyx system, I think. Yeah, but this is good times right now, y'all. These are really good times. Let's get down with some scraping, shall we? Show power is coming back. I'm picking up that whole D again. Well, you saw. Well, I'm not surprised, Space Ginger. I think that would be some great opportunity and fun for you in that regard. You're talking about Levski and going into that core with that hull D, and just with you and your friends, and just unloading that cargo, and then having that adrenal rush, like you're talking to them. Let's hurry up, y'all. Let's hurry up. Oh damn. Okay, on 11 o'clock, the Vandal is here. The Vandal is here. And you just drop whatever you have and get the hell on. Leave them right at the station, at the freight elevator. I'll come back. I promise you. I promise. I'll come back. Get the hell out of here right now.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
Yeah, I can see those scenarios. It's that it is truly an adrenal rush with that happening, and you're on us. And you know what? That begs to say we need someone in the seat constantly looking at radar, scanning constantly. Have scanning in an independent station, and it goes back to what Skyhawk is lamenting over. Engineering at some point is going to be a part of that whole gameplay, Space Ginger. Again, so many moving parts. We got so many moving parts. And what we have to do is understand that they cannot push all of this at once into the game. It doesn't work like that. And when you're talking about you're creating something original and unique, and you're putting it into the engine itself, this might be a setup, y'all. Hold on. Because I did this last time, and I started scraping, and I was shot by someone. I'm just keeping my head on the swivel. Let me inspect the area around me. See, what's the hell is that? Okay, that's. I'm looking now. Okay, unknown. All right. Again, head on the swivel, and they want us to do that. This is the world of Star Citizen. Did something go clink clink? Okay. Nothing out of the... I'm scanning first. Hell. Before I eat. Checking the table to see if it's clean. Checking my utensils. Wiping them off. But... hand sanitizer. We'll sleep on watch. You had one job. One job. Oh, Space Gin just talking about the fleet. Let's see. So my current fleet is a Vulture Cutlass. Cutlass Black, Cutlass Blue, Cutlass Red, Cutlass Steel, Asgard, 600i, Touring Raft, 600i Touring, not Exploration. The Raft, which I'm looking at right here. Corsair, oh, Corsair is lovely. Caterpillar, lovely. Liberator, is that the one that actually does the that's the transport for ships? Yeah, isn't it? Am I right? Cutlass Black, I got you. Oh, you got the Clad. Look at you. The Reclaimer, very nice. The Perseus, very nice. Yep, the Pocket Carrier. That's Anvil. That's Anvil. That's a great selection there, Space Ginger. You got a moneymaker with that. Oh, did you hear about the Reclaimer? The Reclaimer is, they've fixed the cargo grid area for the Reclaimer. Yeah, you need to try that out. Are you in an org, Space Ginger? Oh, Shimpasta. What's up, Shimpasta? 07, man. All right, Shimpasta. Were you ever having lamentations about the Nick system? Were you doubting it, or you said next year for it? I'm not here to bash you, but all I'm saying, are you happy knowing that it's coming next month? Oh, some iteration of it. You had to say, "Oh my gosh!" Not a disappointment. It's still scuffed, Twix. Okay. Oh, small. You know what? I love small orgs because you have more. You have a say so, but you're more valued. I think when it starts to get into those numbers, and we as human beings need to feel like we're valued. Oh, base building? No, Shimpasta. I mentioned something about that earlier. But I am happy Nyx is coming out. Well, Levski and Delamar. Yep. You're the founder. Very nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Racer Phoenix. Hello, sir. How are you? Were you happy with CitCon Direct, Bracer? I don't know, but ever since I've known about Star Citizen, I've been staring at a Crucible. That's one ship I've never stopped looking at and wanting it, and I'm wanting it so bad, but I'm waiting for it. Oh, Miss Phoenix. Miss Phoenix. Blackwater Go. I had some conversation about. I had an epiphany about the Crucible, right? With crafting and repair that's coming, and I think Maelstrom will be introduced. I think it will be a revolutionary point of gameplay when we get the Maelstrom in. But I said to myself, with the crafting and building of your own ship, it kind of puts the value. You have to question the value of the Crucible and Vulcan, right? And so I'm looking at it as it's got to be a tier 1, you know, like with the medical mechanics and the Apollo and these other ships, tier 2, tier 3. The Crucible itself has to be able to be set up in a way that, as long as it has dispersed, as long as it has resources to disperse, and they're specific, then that ship will always have importance. Now we're talking about refining, right? The material, scraping and salvage now. Now we're probably looking at the Crucible will be able to refine those minerals or those elements on the ship itself, right? That's going to be interesting. They're giving up alerts about the Wicklow night vision binoculars. You heard it here first. Wicklow night vision is a thing now. Wicklow versions have orange hue instead of green for their night vision. The Wicklow base versions. But base versions are in shops in Area 18. Looks like I'm going to get me a pair. Farm armor stuff and ship skins. I kind of think there's going to be a salvage refinery ship. Well, here's the thing, Space Ginger. I think they already have it, and I think that is the Expanse. Maybe it's dual role for the Expanse now. It can refine not just the minerals, but also metals or salvage. Give it a jack of all trades in the sense of what it does in regards to refining. That would be a good boost for the Expanse, knowing that the backers have been waiting for quite a while. So have it, have a station for minerals on one side. On the other side, have a station for metals or scraps or salvage, right? The event with HH, what's CFP and HH, Bracer Phoenix? I don't know the acronym. Sorry. But yeah, with the Crucible, it should be more of a specific thing. It should be more of a holistic approach to repair or actually retrofitting your ship with special metals to like make it more hull dense, which will in turn make it heavier. It burns more fuel. Headhunter. Oh yes. Headhunter. Yep. The events. We're getting Siege of Orison tier 1 now, or tier 2, or we want to call it the part 2, the more updated version of it, right? Yeah, I saw those suits, Bracer Phoenix. Yeah, that was pretty cool for the event. But that Siege of Orison is going to be really cool. I didn't know that was Elliot's first foray into Star Citizen and building things out. That was pretty cool. He mentioned that. Elliot Maltby. And it's very interesting, man. We'll see Siege of Orison again. Now it's not going to be hampered by other players coming in, I'm going to say inadvertently utilizing and interacting things that will break it. Now with the instancing, things are locked down so that you get the full gameplay and the full experience of what that potential is with those missions. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just conversating a little bit. But yeah, I'm doing a little salvage. You got a salvage ship. That's cool. And just checking out what this refinery will be about. So how that seeing how that's going to work now with it kind of pairing up and matching up with what we have in mining now. So this is like the first iteration of it. But I think, next year, I think they're going to have something really special for us because the Maelstrom system should be ready. and what that impact will have on ships in general with crafting and repair, I think it's going to be incredible. I think that's the direction that they're going. Hence why we didn't see a lot, because they have to integrate a lot of those elements into the gameplay as well. You know, the physicalized surfaces, they didn't mention that. I think Maelstrom has a big part of that. True repair, it'll be here. It'll be here. And what's funny, we're talking about next year and what this experience will be like in Star Citizen. What is it going to be like with us not jumping in as much because we're playing Squadron 42 and we're having a great time playing Squadron 42? Those they're going to be able to slip in a lot of features, and we're like, oh, okay, I'll be right back. I'm trying to get this next chapter in Squadron 42. I'll be right back. I promise. That's a good thing. Squadron 42 is going to keep us busy, and it's probably going to feel like we've been away for years from the MMO because we've been so involved with Squadron 42, and probably the rewards and benefits of it will be a big deal as well. So yeah, I think that's going to be amazing to know we're playing the game, and then the game is playing us, because it's adding so many things. And when we get over to it, we're like asking ourselves, hey, what was this? When did they add this? How does that work again? Okay, what's the keybind for that? Show me how it plays out. Holy smokes, man. Or we're watching Inside Star Citizens trying to keep up with what's new. It's going to be information overload once they release Squadron 42. And then a lot of the team members from Squadron 42 are coming back over to the MMO side. So you might even see an uptick in ships coming out or being repaired and fixed and brought to a true gold standard. A lot of things are on the table as far as what production will look like, new features being added, what that will look like. And potentially, you know, depending on where Chris wants to go, you know, his leadership with where they want to develop and be a point on, I want to knock this down. I want that hurdle knocked down. 1.0 for next year, I think they're going to hit a lot of goals in regards to, hey, this is feeling real good right now. And I'm liking even more what's happening. But as far as what Shimpasta was mentioning about base building, I understand. I totally get it. Some iteration of where the gameplay feature is. But I would say, here's the other part of that too. It would have been good to see some working model, right? But then the other aspect of it is, what could have been the real reason of them or why they did not show it, right? It's this. They're actively working on the Pioneer and probably other ships or the Surveyor in regards to building bases. Because they don't have it ready, then how cool would it be for them to show off the actual ship building? Maybe even the Galaxy behind the scenes are being worked on along with the Pioneer. Maybe even the Starlancer BLD, right? Build. And you see all aspects of those ships building a base, but they're having their branded bases that's being built. Their mark, their manufacturer brand. So depending on who builds your base, you will tell by that distinction of, hey, Pioneer built that. Look at that. You see that? That's Pioneer. Wait a minute. That's MISC. That's their design. Look at that. Wait a minute. Look at RSI, the Mac Daddy. Look at that. That's them. That's their design matrix. That's how they roll. And so I would rather, honestly speaking, have that aspect of base building incorporated with working ships with its own style guide matched up with Genesis, which is Planetary Tech 5. all of that integrated and being so, I think it changed the game. I think maybe when they saw the Genesis Planetary Tech 5 come to life and they looked at their bases and they were like, man, we ain't, Chris, like, we're not putting that out. We're not putting that out. No, it is, it lowers the standard. It lowers the standard, and we need something on the basis of what Genesis is showing us. The base building has to match that as well, if not surpass it. Executive decision. Go, Chris, go. He leads, he runs the show, and I think it's a thing of quality and matching of those qualities. So I can wait. He's not wavered, and it's showing. The results are showing of him being unwavered, unshaken. Run your game, Chris. It's yours, man. Much respect. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. But yeah, the wheels are going off. Like, yeah, it's disappointing not seeing it. Agreed. But logically speaking, what could hold it up? Those things I just mentioned. No rush, imposter. No rushes, because I think we'll have our hands full with Levski. They want to really get those planets out, so let the planetary tech, let Genesis come out first, which is the foundation. And why would you? It's almost like a question. I'm wanting to provoke more thought. Why bring base building out and it doesn't match it into the narrative of Genesis? So let's say it's a Genesis planet and you want that base to kind of mimic, or you want to say gameplay wise, it's the materials dictate. Well, actually the environment will dictate the materials you need, right? So if it's a saltwater area, saltwater or algae based swamps, you want to have the appropriate, let them line up the appropriate elements so that when you place your base, it falls into its element source and its what do you call it? It's complementary to that environment. So there's a thought process, there's an intelligence as to how you build your base. You're doing analysis, right? You go into a UI, you do an analysis of your potential base, and you take in all the elements that are present there, and then you have a counter for those elements based on environment analysis, and then your materials will match up to say you need these materials. Then hence you start the process of, let me go ahead and procure these elements or these minerals, right? You bring them back, and now the process starts. Or you can send the blueprint, or you create a blueprint from an analysis or something, or what's that surveyor where it actually gathers the information. See, these are the conversations they potentially have, and when they are introduced at first, it's great. But then you see other things that will interact with it and says, whoa, time out. I want to match that, because that energy from the Genesis, whew, it was like that, bro. You want to match those energies. They want to be on the same equal accord, as opposed to, yeah, you need to go back and fix that. That doesn't look up to quality of that. Chris isn't having that. He's not going to have that. Yeah, crafting for sure, Shimpasta. And imagine being able to interact with potentially everything, Shimpasta, but not just on a metallic material element, but what about flora and fauna? I think you got to go into this game with a holistic approach to everything. So the same way they created the tools or the library for the Genesis, you have to create the tools and library of interactions that will create and craft these things. Hence why do they only bring out armor and weapons? because it's a test bed. Just like Will, they used to laugh and say River Guy, his test bed was, let's do one river. Oh man, you putting in one damn river? That's all you got? Well, next year I'm gonna put in 10. Come on, man, you got to be kidding now. I'm gonna add 65. I'm gonna have 100. Hell, hold on, bro. Time out. I haven't even gone to one yet. Wait a minute, you were complaining about rivers and you haven't even found one yet? And fast forward, he's senior engineer of Genesis, which is Planetary Tech 5. So that time to mature and actually hone in your skill, but at the same time providing that bandwidth for him to produce and give fruit to something incredible. Not just him, he's a prime example of us witnessing having that patience, and that's Chris holding the helm, holding the line, and thinking these things through where it makes sense. And again, it starts with crafting. I think one of the devs said this is tier 0. When I saw the SCM, the boxes going into the hopper. But yeah, it's going to be a little more sophisticated at some point. I can only imagine what that will be like. But definitely I could see that hopper being, how they say, that bespoke, or being a part of the Crucible. It's integrated into its infrastructure. So it goes in and it refines. You go through a mini game, and maybe you can reject if something's not as up to snuff. You can destroy it, or expel it, or sell it. Right? Sell it to somebody. But as long as you get through the point of refining by hand, and it's at a high percentage, you then proceed to go ahead and construct or repair. I'm thinking Crucible and Pioneer, they both crossed my mind and merged into one sentence. Again, that's materials we interact with, but they have different purposes. The same thing with a hopper for organics. Maybe a food fabricator, like what they do with metals. Just like Star Trek, they press a button and they get hot chicken soup. So you put the organic material in it. It breaks it down on a molecular structure, and you have blueprints for a menu, right? So yeah, you could typically have pizza, burrito, soup, sushi, but unlike Star Trek, it doesn't, do I Dream of Jeannie and make the material. You have to put fish into the hopper. You grow kelp from the ocean. Maybe we get a submersible. We do sea farming. You grow rice in the swampy area. You have a rice farm. And you put those things in a hopper. You hit the but you have to have a template for sushi or something, right? Soylent Green, Moist Master. Oh, he's the Genesis guy now. He's the Genesis guy. Genesis Jamster. I mean, he's a prime example of what you do, or how you should go ahead and run your studio. Give him the time. And I think that's not just, he's a prime example. Can you imagine? They have over 1,000 head of developers who are eager to show what they can do, and they're excelling because they love what they do, and providing them the time to do it. Man, it's going to be nuts. Oh yeah, that was in part of that. Wasn't that in one of the demos? The most recent demo of Squadron 42. There was a boat. We saw the Merricks or some sort of birds, and the boat was floating. So we have that. Fishing is coming, man. Buoyancy. Transfer that into maybe the 890 jump or the 600i touring. One floats on the water. The other one can be a submersible. and it'll make people buy the hell out of both of them. Incredible stuff. But I think I get it, man. It's, you can't help but be impatient. It's just natural. I totally get it. I can't blame you. I cannot fault you for that. That's a natural reaction. I respect that. Hence the, you know, the mindset or the philosophy behind it, because we want more of it. And it's like they're holding out. You gotta say it to yourself, they're holding out, man. They're not fooling me. They're holding out. Now bring it. Give it to me now. I totally get it. Can't help it. I get it. You can't help it. It's nothing wrong. It's not saying your logic is wrong. You just want it. Gotta have it. Like I breathe. You telling me to hold my breath? You bring that out, man. I need to test it. I'm gonna help you, CIG. I can help you. Release it now. Release it now. You need to release it now. I can help you. I'll help you do it. You're like fiending, man. Fiending for features. Feature fiend. That's it. The feature fiend. I'm not feeding for features. River Patrol. Oh man. Having water supply, an extractor for water, you know, I don't know, man. All kinds of tools and things we can, you know, interact with to extract resources, grabbing flora, fauna, and coming up with a our own version of Medgel. Not as potent, right? Depending on how you refine it or you craft it, it can give you 70%, 60%. A great batch will give you 98%, right? And so it's predicated on what's being grown, and it should be procedurally. You know, like you have a harvest that's really good and a harvest of a season that's not so good. So conditions, right? Seasonal conditions and your timing, and you're putting time into how you water them and take care of them. If you're not really taking care of them, the potency can go down. So, you know, the crafting aspect, and it's opening the doors more and more for the endeavor to be a thing that's going to be on the development track. I can ramble. I can do this all day long, y'all. I can do this all day long. Hopium copium is here to stay. Hopium copium gets me on my way. Star Citizen, man. It's Star Citizen. And hopium and copium. But the potential is, it's always about that. But it's good to know that those goals for 1.0 are there. I'm excited for them getting a working version of dynamic server meshing going, and it's going to be a real thing. Further iterations on Vulkan. I think that's going to be a cool thing to actually have Vulkan in, and we move away from DirectX 11. Oh my gosh. That's going to be trippy, man, to have the full implementation of Vulkan in the game. Having that thing work 100%. It's all about this engine, man. It's Star Engine. It's Star Engine. Hell of a job, Chris. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. Ongoing. And I think we're more the interest in Star Citizen, it's more, you know, more than ever we've been, you know, you have people joining in, wanting to know what the game is. It's funny, you would think we have so many. It's a lot of people that don't know about Star Citizen. Fresh water for pyro, yeah, delivering, yeah, bringing that in, making that a part of cargo running. That helps them a lot, and they should pay a handsome price for it too. Blackwater Gold. What got me, what they didn't show, or what they showed and didn't show, for the Genesis tech. They showed this one strange looking planet. Well, no, it's Pyro 1. One area of the planet that had like these bulbous like trees. And that looked super alien, right? Because everything else was recognizable. Meaning that's familiar. That looks natural. That I could see that being a part of Earth. Those backgrounds, the points of interest. But when they showed that one, not two, we only got one. And that those little ball-like trees or whatever foliage, that looked super alien, and that was done. They did that on purpose. They gave us one, and can you imagine, like the planets from the Tavaran, the Shion, the Banu? Imagine what their home planet may look like, where it's totally an alien construct, like nothing recognizable from Earth. I'm about to say, I was about to throw another planet in there that we're accustomed to. It's only Earth. The hell, man. Yeah. That was done on purpose. That was a super tease. Purposely done. I can only imagine that those next steps beyond 1.0 we'll potentially see like super alien-like planets. And I don't want to get on the subject matter of, you know, from Nyx, at some point you'll be able to traverse over to Pyro's territory, and you really see some real, you have the opportunity to really see something crazy before they kill you. Oh, rest assured, you're going to be running. Risk and reward.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Shop of horrors, man. What if it's instancing where it's almost like a suicide mission, and you got to fight like hell to get in and get out, procure something? What about the quantum entanglement issue, and you be a part of that directly by procuring some element, something from them in their territory? It should be extremely difficult. There's the potential. The potential is there. Okay, I don't think I'm picking up any more. Okay, let's see. I think I got all the material out of this. Let me see if I can munch. Let me see if it'll allow me to fracture. Yep, power is on. Gotta take it out. It's not, won't take too long. Yes, the Starfarer. Yep, it can bring in liquids. That's a great point, Space Ginger. They talked about the Nyx Glacium. At some point, we may be able to, kind of like what mining is, right? With the Starfarer, you may have lasers, or you know, you can retrofit a laser or a special laser or a heat laser, right? And heat that heat up that ice asteroid and break it down where it's siphon in, where it becomes a liquid. That's possible. That's very possible. Full power to guns, turbines to engine. Oh, it's just those two. Okay. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I'm full power. Oh, 7 twigs. Kaboom!
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Oh, they always get me with that. Damn, they always get me with that Twix. Oh, I hate that moment. Factoring. Sorry, Raph, you gotta go. Cleaning up the verse one ship at a time. Yep, probing the ice. We definitely got to get those types of asteroids in Blackwater Goat, because you're gonna have a sequence of, well, hey, we're base building on an arid or desert-like planet, right? You want to be someone that you don't necessarily have to sell to the actual people. Maybe you have a what is that large cargo or that warehouse facility? You take it there, and the people who live on the planet can actually drive there and pick up their deliveries there. I'm just saying, y'all. Ginger's like, I need some cargo to run. So there you go, Ginger. Water transport, yes. Or Ginger, how about this? Let's give respect to the Starfarer owners, and either, bring in, I like your point, but let's stay inside the narrative of what they were going to do with modularity. That's a module you can add to the Starfarer. Why not? Let's put relevance to the existing ship. Let's give it its full maximum potential of what it is it can do, and keep that value within the Starfarer. If there's no water, if there's no water to run, if there's no fuel to sell, the other option would be, change out the component or the modular area and then retrofit it for, hauling in water. Extra value to that ship. And make it so that the modular component is affordable, and you're just only enhancing what the Starfarer can do, and you provide it with more flexibility. But it would be a variant if you have the modular system. Firefighting. Ooh, that's a good one. Blackwater Goat. It sucks, it spits. It shoots out. Yeah. That for engineering aspects, rescue, added to the narrative of rescue, putting out fires, especially with larger ships. Interesting. Or let's say you have the tanks. Each tank could be specific in what you are doing, right? It's not, let's say those tanks, one is Quantanium, the other one could be fire gel, right? Other one can be water. You just change. Man, I'm telling you, potentials. It opens the door. Let me get these other pieces. There's one there. There's some more pieces around. For sure. Or connect to a water tower in a community, right? A communal water tower where it disperses a SCU unit or a box of water, and you put it into a hopper or add it to your kitchen at your home, and you have purified water. especially like desert or arid like planets, always should be a pro and con of living there. Okay, that's 6. Let me unload that hopper so I don't waste anything.
User error.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
Okay, let me clear that hopper. All right, hop to it. Automate it. Black water, man, right there, man, right there. Thank you. This is the love of the game. This love of this community. It comes out, man. It's easy when you know it's coming from the right place. So thank you so much. Much appreciated, man. And all to y'all, because your passion ignites all of this. I'm changing the game, man. Literally, we're changing the game. This makes Ginger's like, what the hell is going on here? Oh my gosh. We want this, Ginger. This is the next life, Ginger. This is our second life. This is no jokes in here. This is that second life. We get real about Star Citizen as we speak. This is real. This is not. We cannot make this up. These are not jokes. These are not jokes. Is that SC Life? I need to put that on one of my bumper stickers. SC Life. Oh my goodness, yes. Chanter Crow, what is up, my dude? 07. Does the Vulture use scrap to generate the boxes for the script? Oh, that would be cool. Or a ship that will do that, right? A box generating ship. That's kind of like when we talk about the Orion or Astra, these larger ships that will move a lot of material. A ship like that will come in handy, where then you create the boxes, you put material in, it creates boxes, and then you can, like these, we're about to get these huge asteroids, right? The volume's gonna go up. But yeah, Chanticrow, I would say yes, we need something like that. No, it just makes the scrap into box shapes. Nice. Yep, keep it simple. Keep it simple. And that ends up being the best gameplay that's out there. All right, I'm ready to break this down, disintegrate. Okay, I'm getting a progress box. It's almost 11 SCU out of this. And I think there is a, not a Legionnaire. I don't want to say that. What is that ship? You have that ship, Twix. It's a Crusader ship that's out there, derelict. How have you been, Chanticrow? And how was your bar citizen, man? I remember you were talking about it. A good turnout. Chanticrow, what was it? C1. Yes, it's out there. It's out here. So I'm going to scrape and break that down. Chanticrow, what stood out for you at this CitizenCon Direct? What's one of the things or a couple of things you're most excited for? Vickers 07. How are you, sir? Almost there. Circle's almost complete. And I don't know, there's a lot more things. This year is not up. We're gonna be introduced to Levski and Delamar, but the thing is, they're gonna add some more things to a patch. Very well could be engineering. I think they mentioned that. And that was one of the things that kind of it kind of confused me a little bit, because we saw the fuses and you saw the guy running down the hallways and just changing fuses out, and I said, wait a minute, is that engineering? I don't know. It's engineering has been a big mystery for a lot of us, right? Because you say the name, but what does that all include? So I think there's space for Jared Huckabee to bring that to the table at an ISC to let us know, hey, what's all in engineering? Tier 0. Tier 0 is definitely obviously tier 0, right? Because when you talk about a multi-crewed ship, you can't help but think about Star Trek, the original series. Of course, Star Trek in general, but it started with the original series. And it was about each person managing or manning a station, and they're the best at their craft, and that becomes okay, that's a freelancer. That becomes a part of the game, or not the game. I saw that freelancer like, oh, okay, my mind blown off. Is that a paladin? Yes, it is. Okay, mama manners. Okay, but we saw that and understood that with Star Trek, and they taught us, hey, this is a spaceship with functionality that demands that you have to have a crew of people. Chanticrow. Chanticrow said, man, all this talk about we in the simulation, man, poppycock. Wait a minute, Genesis? Red pill or blue pill? Oh my God. Yeah. Chanticrow is crazy, man. That Genesis was just jaw-dropping, man. Jaw-dropping. And they teased us. It's like, you'll get your Levski, you'll get your Delamar landing zone, Levski landing zone. You'll go back to the Grand Barter. No, you're not getting that Genesis. You gotta beg for it. Oh gosh. You want this? Oh, Space Ginger. You know what? That freaking Yormandy may be living in that thing, or something serpenty, or something slivery. You sure about that? Creatures. It's gonna be creatures there, Ginger. But hey, you want to keep a low-key profile. That's good too. The creepy creatures, though. That's gonna be a thing. It makes me wonder too, Space Ginger. It makes me wonder, will then, can you embed part of your base into the environment, right? So it's partially covered by the environment. Oh, Chant, that would be cool to have a device. You get you have a dock. You literally have a dock. You call it up, and you get on that thing, and you have that big hovercraft, and then you're on the swamp waters. You can fish. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, it would be hard. Yeah, that's the whole point. A low profile. And it's because it's Nix 1, that's just a test bed. There's gonna be plenty of locations, plenty more locations. I think that's the thing where, you know, we're gonna be so spread out, and you're gonna have clusters of people in communities, right? Space skaters. Ooh, what will that look like? That would be the day when they had fishing to SC. And you become the bait. Oh gosh. Yeah, you gotta have a gun and a fishing pole. Isn't that you gotta have a security guard next to you when you fish. Like, what the heck, man? Alright, I don't see anything else around here. I think that C1 bugged out. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's a shiv right there. Fishing and sea monsters. I think there could be an order to that too, Twix. To some extent, they're out there, but it's how deep are the waters, how shallow. And I think, yeah, don't go too far out. know your limits. Know your limits. Sharks with freaking lasers or spitting toxins. And at some point, we're going under the water. At some point, we're going to submerge under the water. Can you imagine that? 07 Space Ninja. Have you ever caught a baby Yamandi? I have a rifle with my fishing pole. I got one. Plow! Here it is. Throwing grenades in the water. That's going to be crazy. People throwing grenades in the water. I'm hungry, damn it. I need food now. And these asteroids will differ from the ones in Nix. That's going to be interesting, man. I'm hearing it's going to be a little more dangerous to mine in Nix. Not so much of the, you know, potential raids from Vandal and pirates. It's more of the rocks themselves will have movement and they're jagged and sharp. So that's going to be something interesting where you're trying to mine and you have to make sure nothing hits you. You don't crash it, or, you know, think of the classic game Asteroids. blows up all possible food. Put it in a hopper and it can process maybe fish soup or sushi, or that's another thing, man. Once we get the crafting aspect going, now we're talking about organics, pharmaceuticals, really interacting with flora and fauna on a higher level. And I think you're kind of seeing the script being played out. We want to do the metals and elements of, like, minerals, irons, metals, aluminum, gold, platinum, whatever the case, right? When it fits into the narrative of weapons and armor. But then this is them, with the planet. I got to stop saying Planetary Tech 5. With Genesis, now you're talking about, once it's done, what are the interactables that are organic? And then how will the organics fit into crafting? So the organic crafting aspect, now you're talking about making or crafting your own med gel. Because of the 100K price tag, that should always be 100%. It should be tier 1 for med gel that you purchase. But if you handcraft med gel, then it should be predicated on the harvest, the climate, the impurities of it. And when you refine it, you bring it up. You may get lucky and do 100% for that harvest, but every other, on average, it's gonna give you 75 to 80% of health back, right? Because it's crafted. But you're able to make a plenty lot of them, right? So it's multiple times and healing and things of that nature. So, but again, we're talking about opening up the doors for flora and fauna becoming a thing. So what they're doing with the Planetary Tech or Genesis with building the tools, those other tools, or the library, should I say, become creatures that are impactful to what we bring to our health, stamina, our well-being in the game, as well as the contraband side of it, right? I threw something out there on the game ideas table, y'all, yesterday, and this was a thing of, Space Ginger talking about, moving cargo.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
What about contraband? And I said, this makes great for doing contraband. Picture this. You have an inside person, right, that works at ATC. There's a ring. There's a little ring that does ATC, right? But they're business people, right? They're looking to make a living, right? So you contact them, and they have connections through Pyro. There's a band of them, right? But they work a shift. And when they work a shift, that means you have to work within the time frame parameters of their shifts. But they move around. So, right? So let's say you procure some widow, right? And you have to take it or get it over to Microtech. Once the mission giver starts, basically you'll rendezvous, meet them in one of the stations. You get the mission giver. They're ATC worker, right? It's a number of them. They're in a ring. They're about to they don't make enough money. They're covering their costs by allowing contraband to come in, right? So with that said, let's play that out. How does that play out? It's like this. You go to the bar, and like they say, they want physicalized mission givers now. So you have what's his name? Earl works at ATC. Earl Phillips, and he's like, well, hey man, you want to make a little money, make a little cash? They check you out to vet you, and you make a little run for them, and it's legit. But then it starts to get a little twisted. Hey, I like your kind of work, and you have to do timers with it. You take that, whatever that is, and get it on time, and it might not cost much. You might not get a good payout, and you're like, man, this guy, he's a clown. This guy's a clown. But then he comes back and says, hey man, I like how you work. You kept your mouth shut. You did what you're supposed to do, and and most importantly, you got it there on time. Here's a little bonus. 80K. He drops you 80K. You're like, what? All right, I'm in. Okay, meet me at this point, and you got to be on time. So you're loitering around. He says, one of my connects will be at Grimhex. Go to the bar in Grimhex. And you're probably in Lorville. You gotta, so that once you get the mission, you have a time to get there. Or you have to, or maybe you jump to another system. You got to get there on time. You get there on time, you meet up with the connect and say, yeah, we're trying to move some weight from Pyro. We got 8 tons of Widow we need to move from Pyro, and we got to move fast, right? So you're going to get some timers of where you got to get there, you got to put it on your ship, and you got to get it to said location, because the other connect will be waiting for you at the ATC. So when you call ATC and you're on time, you'll get a different cadence of welcome when you go to call for landings. Hey man, how you been? Hey, I'm your connect. You made it. All right, go to landing pad 4 or something like that, and we'll go ahead and meet up. I got you cleared. I got you clearance. So this is a secured line. I got you cleared. So go ahead and drop it off at the freight elevator, and let's get paid.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
And you get paid for moving contraband. Now the risk and reward is there's going to be patrols, right? There's going to be patrols, and you might get scanned and you might have to run. So guess what? You run, you get away, but yet you meet up with your connect on, and then just like the ASD missions, they come up, hey man, you didn't get to the location. What happened? I saw that you were being chased. Well, unfortunately, you have to go to this location. Yeah, it's timers tied to it. You got to get it there, but I'm gonna have to cut the cost by 2/3 or 30% markdown because you couldn't get through. Not my fault. It's on you.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
And so, if you don't get it there on time, you get dinged for it. Right? But you got to get rid of that stuff because you got a crime stat that you got to erase. And they catch you again, crime stat goes up. Then they're hot on your behind, right? You gotta move that stuff. You got to get it off your ship. So you happily get rid of it and you get there on time. But you lost money because you were scanned and you had to run away. Let's do it. 07 chant, 07 community. You guys motivate me to do this, so. yes, chant. you gotta connect, and it gets harder. It gets more riskier, right? Your reputation for a smuggler. You become the Han Solo of the game of Star Citizen. You become the Han. Contraband, baby, it's coming back. Widow is a dangerous drug. Maze, new drugs get concocted out of Pyro. Bring it into Stanton. Yes. And it's lucrative because if you succeed in getting it there, it goes higher. You get bonuses. Your bonuses are on the table.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
Yes, you get bonuses because you got it there on time and you got it there safely. That, interesting. Good stuff, man. I put it on Game Ideas. I don't know. You can look for me, look for Kimmy on Spectrum. Upvote it if you can. I think that will help the gameplay for the dark side of cargo, being the true Han Solo type. but it gives us variety. It plays into the cat and mouse narrative as well, right? It opens that door for the cat and mouse to happen, and there's risk and reward, and it's possible in the game right now. It's truly possible now, and the more systems we get, the more challenging it will become. And let's say the incentive to steal it. If you steal it and it gets onto your ship, right? You take it to Pyro and say, hey, you found out. It goes into the freight elevator and they say, you found our stolen goods. And they make double because they stole it. They procured it from the deliverer, right? So it's incentivizing also the means and the way to say, I don't want to destroy your ship. I want to disable your ship. Now it's incentivized. So let's say it's $1 million worth. Or no, I'm sorry. It's 1 million United Earth credits. It's a million UEC on that ship. Let's say you disable it and you're able to shipjack, pirate that stuff, right? And you deliver it back to Pyro, put it down into the freight elevator, and it says, hey, you brought our product back to us. You found our product. It was lost. And they look at the value of it and they pay you double. I gotta add that to the game idea. I didn't add that, but upvote it. Add that as a comment if you can. But that's great incentive now to, as opposed to just pew pew pew. It's like disable. Now that we're getting these, at some point engineering comes in. It's a great segue into that narrative of disabling the shields, disabling the engines, right? And then you say hand it over or what? And what happens is, let's say you did not come through on your mission, the original cargo runner, then they put a hit out on you because then they think you stole from them. Ooh. And the reputation. That's a reputation aspect, Chanticleer. You're on the run until you pay those funds back to Earl, right? You got to pay Earl back. Or they want you. Oh, you in trouble, buddy. You got to make that money back. Stay low. Stay hidden. Pay them back to make it right. Hello, Han Solo. what who did he scam? And he turned him into carbon. The same situation, man. The same situation. Put you in one of those cryo tubes, frozen. This is for, or just have your head in a jar. Like this is that person. Oh, that's your clone that messed me up the last time. Like yikes. And you're in that cantina, and you see these heads in these fluids. People who messed up. You're like, don't be the head in the jar, man. But it would feed into that whole narrative. They catch you, they'll strip your organs, man. They're that nasty. They'll take your organs and sell them on the black market. Ooh, I'm getting a little dark, aren't I? Sorry. Not sorry. I'm getting sick right now. Hold on, man. I need to stop. Wait a minute, Kimmy, what are you talking about here? Yeah. Medical. The chop shop of medical. The piracy version of medical. Got another body. He didn't come through, and you realize it's a business.
It's about that bottom line, baby.
It becomes a business because if you don't come through, you become meat. You become meat, man. Sellable meat organs. to the syndicate. Hey, they're just trying to recoup their money back, man. That's all. And that becomes contraband. Those organs. And then there's dark areas in the hospitals you deliver stuff to. Gets twisted after a while.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yes, for the people who failed. They're gonna get their money one way or the other. It's all about reputation, man. Welcome to the universe of Chris Roberts. Like, are you serious right now, man? Figment 07. I want to go after some armor. Anybody game for doing some cargo loot, some loot running? Getting some loot. It's the weekend, y'all. It's time for Star Citizen. Work balance. But you know what? I'm so happy to see these beautiful people back. And the latest updates bringing people back. Man, y'all are so welcome. It's great to see y'all again. Glad you came back home. Glad you all came back home, man, because it's time. It's getting closer, y'all. Yeah, that is, Twix did allude to that, Figment. It is a bug. They're going to work through it. Yep, it's a bug. I want to see if that's an aspect of... Even though I may not sell it, I want to see it. Oh, Blackwater Goat. That's a chop shop in the making. The Shiv. More to come. More to come with that. Believe it. The Shiv is a chop shop paradise. And I think that the Valkyries too. They're using the Valkyrie stuff too.
Down to the subdeck, we got a chem spill.
I think people are kind of like, ooh, right now. It's like, ooh, what is that? What? How dare you take? It's like you cross the line with mix matching the manufacturer's style brands. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't believe you all did that. But at some point, Gray is going to do something that's like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Watch. It's going to be one particular... Okay, let's see. I'm over. Is it over? Okay, where do I actually... Okay, Drake Vulture. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Do I sell it to the refinery or do I refine it? Yep. It's going to be a ship that's going to call to you. They're right now, people are like, meh, right? Unrefined materials, no thanks. What? Okay, where do Twix, do you know okay, the mine ore, so you go to the ship. Okay. So I looked at the prospector. That's probably what threw me off, Figment. Okay. Prospector, no. You triple the pager. Mined ore. It's not here though, right? This is 4. Okay, one of them. Let me see. You can only refine one of the 2 salvaged materials. So this is recycled, right? Yeah, I think they got to fix the UI too. It's like a lot of overlapping stuff. Okay, that says recycle. Okay, construction material rubble. Do I just sell it? Is that what I do? Or do I refine it to make it more valuable? So I guess it's here, right? I just sell. But I thought I can refine the latter. Oh, just sell? I'm gonna sell one of them. Okay, let's see. But yeah, you can see the UI is screwed up too. It's like it's overlapped. Okay, let me give it a go. Recycle. Hold on. It's got quantanium in there. My fuel. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. Stack these all up. Come down to here. So you can't interact with it. It's the UI is screwed up. Look at that. It's overlapped. Okay, set a location. Vulture. Yep. And see, it says sell to refinery. I'm just going to do it for science. Let's see. Okay, recycle 1 UEC. Obviously, I didn't sell, right? 07 Space Ginger. We were looking at the UI is broken here because the materials are overlapped, so they're going to do a hot fix. They're probably investigating it now. Yeah, it's right there. It should be able to sell, but it's not. See, recycle material composite. Terry McLean, it's been a minute. How are you, sir? 07. Yep. I thought I sold something at first. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna get a hot fix at some point. Yeah, it's all over. It's universal. Twix was mentioning that, Figment. 07 Terran. It's Friday. Don't work too long, man. It's Friday. So I wonder if that's bugged for every experience right now. Move this out of the way. All right. As long as it's just not me. The hell, I'm about to raise hell. See, I give you all this damn money and this is what you do to me? Oh my gosh. Um, very. Oh, I hear you, Taryn. Real life, man. Real life. Yes, this is family, man. You that's awesome, Taryn. For the family. For the family. Yes. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh 07 to that. Oh 07 to that. Yes. You need a drink, Kimmy. Yes, sir. Are you guys up for going back into the bowels of ASD and helping me get some armor and yourselves from loot, some loot as well? They're like looting, man. I got Vickers. Those are your armor legs I have on. Those are yours. He's like, I have half a dozen of those. I don't really need them, but I'll take them anyway. Thank you. Quartermaster. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, they are turning this into loot goblins. They're so wrong for that, man. They're so wrong for that. But what's going to happen with looting? I mean, looting and crafting. I think in order to looting becomes, well, let's say the templates will become the thing that you want to loot, or the existing physical object will be still one of the things you want to take, right? And possibly with crafting, enhance or upgrade it, right, with material. So you have a synergy between, hey, I want to go into these locations and loot for templates, but then the objects I can find, I can actually apply the crafting aspect to them as well. So it's a two-prong narrative of why I'm going into these dungeons and doing dungeon crawling, and why I'm being a loot goblin. There's two aspects of it, right? Enhancing what you find, and you find a blueprint, you have a basis of recreating, but then you enhance as well. Why not? We know I'm a loot goblin. You and me both, and probably most of chat. If they haven't done it yet. They haven't. But hey, y'all, honestly, I need to get some food. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna come back a little later if y'all are up to it. It's time to get back into Star Citizen. I'll jump in Discord. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and I'm gonna jump back in Discord and see if y'all are up to it. And run and go after some loot, right? And until they look for a hot fix for selling items, I still say, hey, look out. Next month, end of year, is going to be incredible. And then 2026 is going to be, I don't know what they're going to throw at us. Of course, I know what they're going to throw at us. We're definitely getting the Genesis tech. That's going to be cool, man. That's going to be real cool. Look, I'm going to get something to eat, come back. It's the weekend. It's all about Star Citizen. It's all about the community. 07s. I'm going to drop back in a little bit, y'all. But all the best to y'all. Glad to see y'all back at it. We're back at it. And come on, CIG. Let's go. Let's go. Later on, Hip Cat. Chant, let's get that reclaimer, man. Test that thing out. Let's get some loot, man. Jump in if you're able to jump in. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get something to eat, chill out for a bit, come back. It's the weekend. Let's go, y'all. And if you can upvote that in game ideas, look for my name, Kimmy65, and you'll see the game idea on the smuggler, cargo runner, smuggler. I'm gonna add some more things to that narrative of contraband and the repercussions for reputation with that. But we can have that now. Be our best version of a Han Solo. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in a bit. 07s? 07s. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm happy for y'all too, getting back in the game. Let's go. Let's go, Star Citizen. Let's go. I'll see y'all in a bit. No more River Guy. He's Will the World Maker. Will Haynes, man. Genesis, aka Planetary Tech Developer. Worldly Will. Coffee! We're getting back in the game a little later. Wet Willie, he's gonna stick with Wet Willie. Only if he goes underwater, Coffee. Only if he brings us underwater. Ooh, interesting. Awesome, Coffee. Congrats. No, real life. Awesome. All right, see y'all in a bit. Coffee, have fun. Bring me some cake, Coffee.
Let's make it happen, Captain.